Welcome to Get It Right on Youthshed TV. Teenage pregnancy is our discussion for today. According to population statistics, women constitute a higher percentage compared to the men. Now, as part of these women, we have teenagers between the age of 13 to 19 who have become pregnant, and as a result, they've had to drop out of schools. Some of them have been sent packing from their homes by their parents, and as a result, they've had to walk the streets having no one to confide in, having no one to encourage them and try to support them in one way or the other. This has caused an issue in our society today. You can almost see pregnant teenagers wherever you go. You can see them in churches, you can see them on the streets, and even in the market as well. Some of these people can't even take care of themselves. Can they even take care of babies that they give birth to? In today's episode, we'll define teenage pregnancy as well as list out the factors that lead to teenage pregnancy. Gideon and Chisom are with me today, and they will be the discussants for today's episode. I remain your presenter, Yakunova Sedams. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Chisom, what's your understanding of teenage pregnancy?
Teenage pregnancy is an unintended pregnancy that occurs during the adolescent age.
What's the adolescent age?
That age ranges from 12 to 19.
Okay.
Under 20. Let me just put it that way.
Okay. Alright, Gideon. Let's hear you. What is teenage pregnancy?
Teenage pregnancy is any pregnancy that happens within the range of a teenager, from 20 downwards. I will disagree with my second, saying it's unwanted, because you can't say it's unwanted when you went for it.
I didn't say unwanted.
You said
unintended.
Unintended. It's still the same thing. If you don't want something, you don't go for it. You decide to eat married men's food, and married men's property followed you. That's what I said. Thank you very much.
Chisom, you have something to say to counter what he said?
I put that phrase unintended because it is out of youthful exuberance. Do you get me? That they want to explore, forgetting the fact that they will either this kind of thing could happen to them. That's why I say it is unintended. They want to.
So what do you have something more to add to what he said?
Okay, what I meant by unintended pregnancy is because we know that during adolescent age there's this youthful exuberance that they love to explore. Of course, we know the sex is one of them, so to say. But they do these things forgetting the consequences behind this sex. And apart from that, we have cases like when these girls are raped, when they are sexually abused.
Alright, thank you. From what Chisom and Gideon have put there, it means teenage pregnancy is a pregnancy that is unintended or unplanned, which occurs between the ages of 12 and 19. Gideon, what do you think are the factors that lead to teenage pregnancy?
There are a lot of factors that lead to teenage pregnancy.
Okay.
Take for example, a young girl who is being harassed by the father at home can lead to teenage pregnancy.
What do you mean by harass?
Like, the father says, my daughter is already getting a lot of things that are coming in. Like the front and the back, everything is already showing some signs of development. And he wants to exploit the girl.
Okay.
And start, oh, okay, take these little things, and little by little pushing her to the side of wanting to sleep with her. And we also see a situation of peer pressure from friends, meeting with, oh, this person is my friend, I feel so comfortable with this person. I can share everything with this person and don't care what is happening around me. At the same time, their parents don't give them sex education at home. Don't talk to them on the reasons why they should abstain from those kind of things. They kind of sell comfort outside the home. They meet with their peer groups who tell them, oh, there's nothing wrong with this, just a little this, a little that. And because of that, they later find themselves doing some certain things which they never planned to do. When they come back to their parents, they ask their parents questions about it. Their parents try to shield them from those kind of things, telling them, you are too small to know this kind of things at this moment. And because of that, they feel, oh, since my father doesn't want me this time, my mother doesn't want me this time, I think I should meet other people outside. Those are the things that causes teenage pregnancy.
Okay, Chisel, what do you think?
Adding to what he has said, there are other factors too that cause it. Like I earlier mentioned when I was defining it, sexual abuse or rape. Most of the young ladies now, most of the teenagers who get pregnant these days, most of them are usually raped. If we check the statistics now, most of them. And all this is usually from adults, male adults. Do you understand? Not even their mates. So all those ones too is a factor. Peer pressure. You wanting to, how will I put it, flow along, be part of this group. You want to do this, you want to be like this person. You want to feel loved. You understand? You want to, there's this age where you be like, I want people to know that I have arrived. And then you go ahead and do these things. Maybe have sex and forget that there are the consequences behind it. Is also a factor too.
That reminds me also, like with what she was saying, something just came into my mind about, it gets to a point whereby somebody loses both mother and father, nobody to take care of them, and they decide, oh, now there's nothing for me to live on, and they meet one uncle somewhere and say, scratch my back, I scratch your back, and they try to survive with those kind of things. Sleeping with the man just to get source of income, source of feeding, and how to live their life. So most of those things also add to it. It adds to teenage pregnancy also. Thank you very much.
Chisel, what do you think are the factors that lead to teenage pregnancy?
Well, there are many factors that cause teenage pregnancy. And peer pressure is one of them. Pressure to associate with friends, to be well known in your environment, and following friends that kind of lure you into things that are not appropriate, thereby leading you to teenage pregnancy. Yes, it is a factor. Sexual abuse, rape is a factor. In fact, it's one of the major factors whereby girls now actually get pregnant. When all these male adults cannot control themselves, you see them abusing these girls, and at the end they get pregnant, which is a cause. It's a very big problem. Then I will say absence of parents. We know that the situation in this country now is quite difficult. Everybody's trying to meet up. Everybody is working out hard to make ends meet. Mothers, fathers, and so that absence of parents, that touch of parents being around them, most of them, they'll just go their way and do whatever they want to do. And at the end, they come in with one or two, and most of the time, it's usually pregnancy.
Okay, thank you so much. Gideon, let's hear you.
Well, we see that in life there are lots of challenges with parents not wanting to teach their children some certain things, thinking that if I tell this person A, you might end up going an extra mile. We see that one of those causes of teenage pregnancy is poor parental guidance. The parents are not always there to teach them. They are not ready to tell them, oh, okay, now I want to sit you down and tell you this is this, this is that. They believe, oh, don't worry, they will learn with time. After all, me myself, I never learned that in school, so why should I not start teaching them now? Then also, we see idleness comes into play. When a young teenager is just sitting at home, comes back from school and there's nothing happening around, the mind is idle and not doing anything, you tend to go into some certain things that don't really matter with your lifestyle. You want to watch movies that are not helping you work on yourself. And also we see a situation of rape, whereby someone older than you forces to have sex with you just because, oh, let's just do it, don't worry, it's not going to hurt. Then the cases of robbers coming into a house, ransacking the place and raping the young ladies in the house also. Then also from the side of relatives, elder ones, trying to help, oh, I have this kind of business because you want money for this, you want money for that. Let me give you the money. But first and foremost, you need to scratch my back. So those are the things I see are the causes of teenage pregnancy.
Okay, thank you so much. So from what you both said, teenage pregnancy is caused by rape, sexual abuse, lack of parental guidance. It's as well caused by peer pressure. It's caused by the kinds of movies we watch, and idleness as well. Okay, so you've heard it all. And in our next episode, we'll discuss on the effects. I'm not. Okay, so are you a teenager and you're having sexual urges, or you have a man somewhere who is talking sweet nothings into your ears, telling you he wants to touch you, he wants to try something with you, it's not going to be painful, you will enjoy it, there is going to be no consequence? Well, try as much as you can to be guided, because there are consequences. When you indulge in those things, you are going to become pregnant. And once you become pregnant, you are not sure if the man will still be there for you. On the next episode of Get It Right on YouthShed TV, we'll discuss the effects of teenage pregnancy. Please do well to go on Facebook and YouTube, search for YouthShed, like our page and subscribe to our channel as well. Till next Friday.